I call the meeting of the Urbana Historic Preservation Commission to order. Could we have roll call, please?
Mr. Dossett, Mr. Metcalf, Ms. Novak.
Here.
Ms. Pedlioso.
Here.
Mr. Saylor, Mr. Shepherd.
Here.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, Ms. Smith.
Here. Okay, we have a quorum. Thank you, Gina, for arranging for that. We have no changes to the agenda, so the next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes from our meeting of June 3rd. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? No? No?
I move approval of the minutes.
I'll second that emotion.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Approved as written. Written communications, we have a letter. Yes.
Yes, we received a letter from the from Weber and Thies, who are the attorneys representing Kevin Hunsinger and Hunsinger Enterprises, and that was asking for a continuance of case HP 2015-L01. And we also received one communication regarding that case as well, but we'll discuss, or that'll be part of the packet for next time.
Okay. All right, very good. Audience participation. Does anybody wish to speak from the audience? No. We have no continued public hearings and no old business. Next is new public hearings. I open case number HP-2015-L-01, a request by Brian Adams to designate the Stephen S. Henson House located at 611 West Elm Street as a local historic landmark. I would entertain a motion then to ask to continue the hearing as per the owner's request, please.
I make a motion to continue the hearing per the owner's request.
And I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, we're continued until Wednesday, January 6th, officially. New business, nothing. Monitoring of historic properties.
Yeah, just a couple of quick reports. The Greek Revival Cottage in Leal Park has been for some time having flooding problems in the basement, which have led to mold problems that were getting pretty serious. So the Park District submitted building plans that we approved to fix the flooding issues and also to install a new ADA accessibility ramp on the north side of the property. I do have some files over there. I can show the plans and the elevations if people would like to see those. So let me step over there. Try and get a full screen view here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so these are the elevations, and I think my computer's slow. It's several years old now, which means it's obsolete. Okay, so on the north elevation here, you'll see the new ramp. I was informed by the Park District that after consulting with the State Historic Preservation Officer, with Carol Dyson, the architect down there, they've decided to move the ADA ramp to the northeast side of the building, which would make the approach coming from the northwest. It would help that retain more of its character and integrity there. And they also decided to use the type of railing that Ms. Dyson thought was more appropriate than they had originally proposed, so that it would be more in character with the building.
So it is getting moved to the northeast side?
It's going to be, yes, it'll be flipped,
Opposite,
mirrored there. Yeah. So I think that's probably the most important part. But then also in the back, they are. I think the other image might show it better, but it might show it on here. Yeah, let me open up the other one. This should show the demo, so the existing and then the. Yeah. Okay. So on the left is the. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so this was originally the proposed new plan, and like I said, they'll be moving this ramp over onto this side, so that, as you can see when you're walking up from the northwest or from the west side, you won't be just looking at that ramp, so it'll be more concealed back over there. And then in the back, this is where the flooding used to occur. There was just a ramp going down, and they had, let me go to this other image. They had this little drain here, a trench drain that apparently didn't work as advertised. So when there were rains, the rain would just come down the ramp and just go straight into the basement. So I think this will definitely be an improvement. It'll make the building usable for the foreseeable future and deal with those mold and flooding issues. So.
Thanks. Any questions?
Is that, I'll call it that cross-hatched area out there in the front, is that number 7 or 1 or something? Is that something like a patio or what is that? In front of the house on the north side?
Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
Yeah,
been
it is
there.
Trent. There's a
Yeah, do they have
patio
the-
It's
there,
there
and
now.
there's a couple
I
of
just
picnic
don't even
tables
remember
there.
it. Okay.
Yeah, so it says number 7. It says they're going to remove a portion of the existing concrete paving. So I'm not sure. We can see what they're going to be doing with that. It looks the same. So.
And is that on the National Register, but not
Yes.
an Urbana landmark? Is that correct? Okay.
Other questions? No? Okay. Staff report.
Yes. Okay, so as you're all aware, we received a grant from the IHPA to create an interactive web map. And so I'm going to call up Tim Hodson. And Tim has been really great. We brought Tim in September, and he has done some great work on this map, and we're just about ready to release this and actually post it online. We haven't quite been able to figure things out with our website yet, but we decided it's close enough to doing sort of a beta release that we wanted to share the demo with you. And then within the next couple of weeks, we hope to get this online so you all can poke around on it and share comments and such. But I'm going to turn it over to Tim because he's done all the heavy lifting on this. Mostly what I've done is just asked, hey, can we do this? And then he'll go and do it. So,
Great.
Tim.
So, basically what we've done is just taken the content that's already available on the city's page put together by volunteers working.
Well, actually, a lot of that was put together by previous grants.
Put together, okay.
Yeah.
So we've taken this content about some of the most historic sites in Urbana, and we've put it all into this map that we hope is going to be more accessible and more inviting to users. I've tried to keep it as intuitive as possible. It's sort of typical, what we call a slippy map, where you can click and drag and double click to zoom. So anyone who's used Google Maps or anything like that should be fairly familiar with the interface. We have, I think, the 100 most significant historical landmarks on the map, including residential, churches, commercial buildings, and public buildings. And if we click on a site, location, so it brings up an image, a little information about the building, its architect, when it was built. We can find out a little more about the architectural style, linking back to the City of Urbana page. And then we have some more info. Again, this is content that was originally from the city page. Architectural description in this case. Let's see if we can find another example. So for the courthouse, we have a few images, architectural description, historical description, an audio tour that was. Can you remind me who put together those?
Yeah, that was another grant that we got, another one of these same types of grants. So we've been able to incorporate the podcast tours into here. So Trent, if you would like to hear yourself talk about historic buildings, you can.
Oh, that was Trent. Okay. And then the only other aspect is we have a sidebar here with some simple searching by address. You can look at different styles and either search by selecting in that way, or simply by typing. So we can say Green Street to see all the properties on Green Street, or Royer to see all the buildings designed by Royer.
Nice.
Well, that's about it. Thanks.
Does anybody have any questions for?
Yeah, questions?
And so if somebody who actually wanted to look at this, and how would they get at it? Or do we know exactly yet?
We're working through the kinks of getting this hosted on our website, or we might have to end up hosting it externally. But either way, it'll have an Urbana URL, so it'll, even if it's hosted elsewhere, it'll look like it's still part of our site. So we're hoping. I mean, I'd like to get that figured out within the next week or two, because I think this is ready to, like I said, to launch, and we'd like to do sort of a soft launch and get feedback, and then work out any kinks if folks see any improvements that we can make in relatively short order. So.
Okay.
Great. Looks great. Thank you.
I agree.
Thanks, Tim.
It's great. Great idea, you guys. All right. Anything else on staff report stuff? No? No study sessions, announcements? No? Okay. All right. Motion to adjourn?
I would move that we adjourn our meeting.
And I'll second.
Okay, moved in second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.